Good afternoon, traders. It's AJ. How you doing? This is our daily recap. It's about 11:40, 2:40 on the East Coast. Doing a recap for today. We had a wonderful day. It was awesome. I was done in 29 minutes. I traded. I actually will show you right here on my profile. But I traded 5 trades off my list. Um, First of all, here was my pre-market list. FRSX made our #1 pick to short in the chat room. I had a lot of shorts. By the way, traders, Tesla's moving. So if you want to scalp Tesla, it's breaking out now. Tesla now has room to probably 890. So if I was trading right now, I would be just focused on this right now. I just be in and out, in and out, in and out. Going to 883. There it goes. You see? Click in, click out, click in, click out. I would have took the broke out at 880. I'd be up $2. Take it to 882.5. Room to 8. There it is. Boom. Again, in and out, in and out. This is a trade right here. You can't lose on this trade. Up. Now I'm 882.62. Still hanging up there. Up. I'm 88.67. Here comes 883. Boom. I'm out. 883. I just made another $60. Right? Now let's see if it goes up a little bit more. There's 883. See this? Just a simple walking in the chat room. If I hadn't traded all day, boom, I would have made $200-300 walking in the chat room. Now it's 883.50. Going to 884. Room to 890. Just a simple 100-share trade, 88,000 buying power. Up now 883. Would have longed it right there. Up. There's another $1.50. Up. Here comes 885. Who can do this in the world? Go find me a trader that can do that. Just walk you in the room, find you a $400 trade on 100 shares. Go find them. Okay. Now a lot of you, again, will just stare at it. You'll just stare at it. You're like, wow, I wish I could have got that. Wow, I wish I could have took that trade. Wow. It's the same thing day in and day out. You watch the move for 4 points, but you don't take the trade. And this is why you got to keep progressing and learning and constantly learning. Like get your confidence up. When Tesla breaks out, okay, Tesla can run. Historically, that's how the chart works. So for me, on this particular trade, I would have took 880, picked up probably a point and a half, made 140, $150, even though it had a bigger move. I would have got in it again right here. After I got out, got another pop for 60 cents, would have made $62. Got in here again, probably would have popped it for 80, 90 cents. And on this trade for me, I probably would have made realistically about $280 to $300 on a 4.5 point move, just with 100 shares, just waiting for the breakout. And if it curls around again and hits 884, the stock has room to hit 885 and then room to 890. But I don't buy it here, obviously. Anyway, let me just kind of go over. One of the biggest things I want to really stress to everyone when you're day trading is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, in my humble of all opinions, hold on a second. I do want to, if I keep staring at Tesla, I'm going to be itching for a trade again. So I'm going to have to put up Siri so I don't look at it. I'll put up Boeing here. I can't stare at it. If I stare at it, it's like my hand shakes. I have to have it. It's like drinking water for me. Okay. I think I think to me that what makes a successful trader more than anything in the world, more than anything, is learning from one's mistakes. I cannot stress it enough. To get to a whole nother level of day trading, you got to make mistakes, and they're not intentional. See, that's the thing about mistakes. When you screw up on a trade and it goes the other way, and you lose 100, 200, 300, or you lose 500 or 1,000, okay? It's not that it could be a lot of things. It could be your timing. You didn't understand the chart, all right? But what you have to learn when you're losing is to be disciplined and cut it. Where's your max? So many day traders today, they when they're trading and the stock is falling down, they're going, huh. Yet if here's an interesting thing. Day traders will go in general. A stock will move, they'll be up $200. They won't take it, right? Then it and then when it pulls 200, they won't cut it. They'll go, oh, and then they'll watch it go down to 300, 400, 500, 600. And you're like, what are you doing? That's real money. That's real money. You can't lose that. Cut it. And then look at the chart and see where you made your mistake. All right. Now, today, live in front of you, did you see me make this trade here where I was bitching and moaning about how I felt the stock would stop if I bought it? But I didn't close it out. I just held it because inevitably I saw a nice move coming and I wanted that move. That move would have gave me $140. David just made 164 on Tesla pop. You see that? Don't be afraid. I got it off my screen because if I look at it, I won't stop talking about it. You know? But good for you, David. $164. Think about that for a second. David made $164 playing with 50 shares of Tesla. Just by me saying this is going to pop. Look at that. Think about that for a second. He made it in 40 seconds, right? Because he's in a room with a guy who's not afraid of this stock, who gets it, understands it, and tells you when it gets ready to break out, buy it. 100 shares, boom, you make $1.50. It's $150. Don't hesitate. Tesla has room to 890 when it gets going like that. All right. And I came in the room when it was at 880. Oh, here's a breakout flag. A breakout flag looks like that. Look at the breakout flag on Tesla, how it was formed. You see it? Right there. There's your level. You break through that wall right there, boom, you're long right there. And you just walk it up. No hesitation. But going back to what I was saying, um, to me, what's going to really truly make you successful is learning from your mistakes. You have to say to yourself, now our room is designed so um, you don't make big mistakes. There's never, knock on wood, I have never gotten a letter, an email, or a suggestion, or a tweet, or somebody saying, I blew my account. I lost 40 grand. I lost 30,000. I lost 20,000. I have never seen a trader come in here and do that. Honestly, I've been doing this for 7.5, going on 8 years. Why is that? Because we're allowed to make mistakes in here. We're allowed to not be 100% perfect. But what we do is prevent you and limit your losses. That is what this room really does. We're educating you to take your trading so you could be profitable every day. But we realize also, I realize, you're not me. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do opposite of what I tell you. You're going to take chances. You're going to take challenges. You're going to say, screw it. I want to try it. I think it could go because you think you know all of a sudden more than us. Or you think that just because you've had a winning streak of 7 days, all of a sudden you know how to trade stocks and consistently. You're not there yet. It's a process. But when somebody says, I just lost $200, don't worry, I got you. I'll find you a trade. You'll get your $200 back. Immediately. Look at me today. Look at me today. 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. Look what happened. I take this work. I sized in too much, and it first trade. I'm like, oh my gosh, idiot time, idiot time. What was I thinking? Why aren't you patient? Why didn't you build a position? Why didn't you go in with size? You see, a simple mistake I did because I was too hungry. I wanted to make that quick point. $800, I was been done. All right, just another trade on Boeing, finish for the day. 2, 3 trades. So but the timing was off. But the stock did what I wanted. What did the stock supposed to do today? What was the stock supposed to do today? Work was supposed to go long at 31, room to add if it pulls to 29, and the stock would go to 33 to $34, which is what? 33.50. Look at that. I wrote it down. I'm the guy who preached it. I'm the guy who said this is what's going to happen, right? And instead of just following my own words, my own advice, all right, I mistimed it, went in there, didn't let it set up, took 1,000 shares, went down 70 cents. There it is. If I would have stayed, huh? What did work do? Long 31, room to 29. There's the pop to 32. Would have been up $700-800. You see? Instead, I'm buying up here like an idiot. Just, I bought that pop. Like, what are you doing? Well, pop, yeah. And then it pulls. Look at the pop. Now, if I had been in it in pre-market, which I should have been, I could have got the pop and been done because that pop would have gave me what I wanted, $1,000. If it pulled, then I simply go to 31, add to 29, bottom curl, long back to 33.50. And guess where it stopped? That's right, folks, 33.50. Follow the rule. Boom, 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 boom. You're done for the day. But again, my attitude's I want to be done in 10 minutes. I want to be done in 20 minutes. I want to be done. I don't want to sit on a trade all day. If I was by myself, yes. So again, it comes back to learn from your mistakes. You see, when I lose like that, I kind of I shake my head. In my world, I just shake my head. Like you're such an idiot. You're so you're so stupid. What is wrong with you? You know, you're so crazy. But then I see another trade setting up. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Now, if let's say MDB for me, which was a beautiful play, this move right here, this was just pure cash money. It was like a shop trade for me. So let's just say I would have made only 600 on this trade versus 1,700 I made. Then I would go back into work on the bottom curl. I would have took 500 shares, popped it for 40 cents, 50 cents, made 250, played it again a few more times. I would have did a broke out here of another 500 shares, would have got 80 cents. And guess what? I would have probably got captured at least half my money back. And this trade between that and capturing half my money back, I would have been over $1,100 for the day. Either or, I would have got it. And it was, and so for me, when I make a mistake and I'm down, I know 100% fact I'm going to get my money back. I don't I don't really bench trade. I just get back into that groove. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. So again, I'm learning from my mistakes. Now, when work comes out again and drops like that again, I'll remember forever. Oh, I remember work. It'll probably pull a little bit more, let it set up better. I'll take the stock then. I'll ease into it, maybe 400 shares, then add another 250. I'll have 600 shares, then I'll play with 700. I won't go in with a full 1,000. You see, I learned from my mistake. I learned from my mistake. Again, if I had followed the notes, there would have been a no mistake. And there would be no loss of 798.70. Okay? And what I love to do when I'm trading is I want to stick to my place. I mean, what good is it to spend hours and hours preparing and then not trade any of your own ideas? You see my point? There would be no sense of being in the room. Like, so what is this? Is this frosting on a cake? I mean, what are you doing, dude? You spend hours doing this. Why don't you trade your plays? You see, that's why I don't deviate from my plays. I play. I'm going to put down Boeing. I want to play Boeing, so I'm going to play this, right? I want to play MDB, so I go back over here, and there's MDB. I want to play Restoration Hardware. So there's Restoration Hardware. I want to play SPG. I didn't play it for the last 2 months, but I want to play it now. Right? So is SPG on my list? There it is. 6, 7, 8, and 9. I want to play Work by number 3rd pick. I know when I put this list out in the morning, I can make money. I can hit my goal. And if I can hit my goal, you can hit your goal. That's why there's a list. And not just a list. There was a guy that it kind of blew me when I saw this tweet because I really didn't understand where he was coming from. And it came out a few days ago. I think it was right here. Let me double check. It was the weirdest comment I've gotten. And he said, and I didn't know how to respond. He could be in the room today. But the comment was, where is it? I want to try to find it because it really kind of just hit me like I don't know how to answer this um, at all, and I just kind of let it be. Let's see if I can find the comment. Oh, okay. It was from a Johnny Stockett. Here's my notes. Now I have a question for any of you. I just need one of you to answer. Just one person. Anybody can answer. Are my notes detailed? Yes or no? Are my notes detailed? Yes or no? Do they tell you what the stock's going to do and do they tell you why? They're detailed. They tell you the stock is going to go here, it's going to drop here, this is where you get in, scale in. So they're very detailed. And yet, with even though showing this to the public, how detailed these are done in pre-market to set you up so you can make thousands or hundreds of dollars, I get a question like on my notes, where are the details of when these notes are released? The detail was right there. Huge. Gapping up 300%. This should be a nice pop. Would nibble the 1050 area for long stops at 975. See a push through 12 to 1350 at the open. Scale in short. Take it down all the way to 8. $7.50. Okay. Detail. There's the pop at the open. $13, 13 and a half. Scale in short. Take it down. All day fader. Set at 750. There's 750. Done. And yet the guy goes, and yet the question was, what are the details of when these notes are released? What are you talking about? You see, that's a newbie who couldn't even read the detail of what I was suggesting to do on the stock. And look what the stock did. Exactly what I said it would do. An hour before the opening bell. It was all pre-planned. So if you're a short seller and you took 1,000 shares and you followed this to a T and you took 1350 short and you covered at the end of the day at 750, guess what? You made $5,000 with 13,000 buying power on your first day in the chat room because of the detail of the notes. Now, can anybody in the world make this call? Can anybody in the entire trading world look at that and go, this will go down to 750? So this is going to pop at the open at 1350, scale in short. I didn't call it out to 16. I didn't say the stock's going to 19. I didn't say it was going to go to 21. I said, look, traders, 1350 is your short area, scale in, and then it's going to go down to 750. And there's 750. It might take all day, but what do you care? You have 1,000 shares short. You cover 200, you cover 200, you cover 200, you cover 200, you dug up 200. One trade, 5 executions, you're done for the day. Okay? Detail. So when somebody asks me, are your notes detailed? Yes, they are, 100%. They have to be detailed. So let's just talk about one or a few of them. FRSX. Why do we want to to short FRSX. Okay? All right. I want you to look at the headline. All right? It wasn't the chart that told me to short it. It was the headline. It's all in the headline. Let's read the headline. Where is it? No, no, no. There it is. Here's the headline. This told me right here in this headline, short the stock. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read it to you. Can someone in the room? It should come right on it should come right at you. I'm going to read it out loud. Can someone, anyone in the room? There's one word that said short. One word. Are we ready? I'm going to read it. Foresight submits patent application to COVID-19 detection. Foresight Autonomous announced that it has. What is the word? Submit. Submit in our business means nothing. Nothing. You could submit to your blue in the face. It doesn't mean I'm going to approve it. It doesn't mean it's going to get approved. It doesn't mean anything. You're just submitting an idea. That's all you're doing. How many times do we have ideas? I submit this idea to you. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, well. I submit this idea to you. I submit this to you. Oh, it didn't work. That's how you have to look at that headline. The minute you see the word submit, make it a short. Unless the FDA has approved it or the USPTO has approved it, all you're doing is submitting an application. You have no clue if it's going to get approved. Simple. Simple. You can make thousands of dollars every day by just reading a simple headline. And in 2 seconds, you can evaluate the trade. So you come over here and you go, what does AJ think? And one day, it's not going to be what AJ thinks. It's what you think because of the training you got in here. So AJ says, do not long. Short the stock and take it to 120 and under because that's where it began. That's where it is. This should simply gap fill and back to 120. So now you look at a stock that went from 90 cents to 220. I'm telling you to short it, room to 275 to add, have an average, and take it down. And guess where it stops? 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections at 120. Because I give it value. In the end, the stock will probably end up just gap filling. But who cares? If you had 2,000, 3,000 shares, you made $2,000, $3,000 today on 6,000 buying power. Look at that. Because all you did was read the headline. Okay, let's do another one. Look at these. AAL. Airlines. All of you know I'm not a really big fan of airlines. All right? But today, I couldn't pass it up. All right? I couldn't pass it up. I'm like, no way, dude. You got to be all over this today. Right? So why am I shorting airlines across the board? Everyone else is longing it. But you come in this chat room, okay? Number one, what was the first thing I said to you when I started this whole thing here? What was the very first thing I said to you? I learned from my mistakes. In my earlier years, I didn't understand how to trade airlines. As time went on, I made mistakes making calls and trading them. I didn't understand. Then as time went on, I took some losses because I didn't understand. Then it hit me. I understand how to trade these airlines. I know what these stocks are going to do. I look at the market. What is the market? Market's gapping up 600. Why? Why is the market gapping up? Because people are going back to work, which is positive for the airlines. People can fly again. People are going to, okay, so there it is. There's the magic potion. But what you have to sit back, all of you, every one of you as a day trader in here has to sit back and stop thinking about, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Don't say that. Stop thinking like all these people who chase things. Start thinking like AJ. Think like a professional day trader. That's nice. Sounds robust. Sounds amazing. But you know what? I don't see any profits. You were just trying to get a bailout not too long ago. Some of you are going to go bankrupt. So you're having a nice push. Great. Let's give half of it back. Short the stocks. So I immediately go into, okay, what am I going to play today? American Airlines to $18. I'm going to play Delta to $34. I'm going to give United Airlines to $43. Okay? Those are my trades. Now, I could have took 1,000 shares on each. If I was on my own, right, and I had time to let this thing just, I'd probably just go short, go to bed, 500 shares on each across the board, set my covers at 43, 34, and 18, and I would have been done for the day. I would have came back with about 5,000, 6,000 in my bank account. Simple. Because why? I already went through the process of making mistakes, so you don't have to. I didn't say the stocks were going to run another 10, 15% above where they are. Did I say that? Did I say that? No. Each one says short, short, short. Each one of them said short, short, short. How did I know that? So today, there they go. American Airlines. And guess where it stopped, ladies and gentlemen? Where did American Airlines stop today at low of the day? Voila, $18.01. Where did Delta stop, traders? 34, 33.64. I wanted 34. Where did United Airlines stop, traders? 42. I wanted 43. Why 23 on American Airlines? I don't understand the question. I'm calling 18 short. Where's the 23? What are you talking about? Did I mention 23? If I'm shorting? Oh, I'm shorting at 22 with room to 23. So, in my opinion, if it broke out about 23, it was going to push just a tad more. I didn't want anybody getting squeezed out an extra buck if it did that. So I give you range. By doing that, it allows you to scale in properly. You're not taking full size until it confirms. Once it breaks the 22 level and starts to snap, it's over with. You don't need to worry about adding to 23. And each trade, I will do that. Just like I said, long at 31 on work, but give it room to 29. So this is telling you don't size in yet until it really shows you. So just in case, start at 350 and add on the dip, which is what I should have done. Delta, take the short at 38. I don't think the stock will go more than 40. What that tells you, again, start with a quarter to half position and add if it hits 40. Put your stops above 40, right a tad above, because if it gets over 40, you'll squeeze a little bit more. But in the end, the stock should fade. So I gave you an entry on each trade. Look at that. Work, long 31. Delta, short 38. United Airlines, short 49. American Airlines, short 22. Everything was given to you and explained. Start doing it now. This is your entry. Give it room to add if it pops, but don't be afraid of it. Just like Restoration Hardware. Restoration is gapping up 27 points. 27 points. What kind of earnings report did you have, Restoration? Talk to me. Did you have a blowout guidance? Okay. Well, let's read what Restoration had today. Restoration said 50 cents better. Revenues fell 20% year over year. Ouch. Business trends. While we are not in position to provide detailed financial guidance for fiscal year 20, given the uncertainties in the overall market, we have experienced a strong rebound in the second quarter. Uh, you know, okay. That, why are you up 27 a share with those comments? Business continued to accelerate in May with our core RH business demand increasing approximately 7%. The trend has accelerated into the first week of June of our core business. Okay, why are you up $27 a share? Where's your guidance that's going to blow out the world that tell me you're going to make you can't even give me guidance. Why are you up $27 a share? Short. 275. Room to 277 on a squeeze. Stops at 278. If it gets above that, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't think it will, but if it does, and take this sucker down 12 points or more and enjoy the downside move. Right? Because I traded Restoration Hardware so many times, I understand the stock. And if you had done that and you took the 275 level and added on any pop, you with 100 shares, 27,000 buying power, in just the first candle at the open, you would have scored 10.8 points or $800. You held it for 2 more minutes, you scored, now it's 256. 15-point trade in 2 minutes of work with 100 shares. You're done. You don't have to trade anymore. Go back to bed. Because you were with a guy and you were in a room where the guy knew exactly what the stock was going to do. He gave you an entry. He told you what to expect, how it was going to open, and he gave you this hard stops. He told you, he laid it out like he's building an IKEA chair. Put the bolt here, glue it here, go here, now sit on the chair. This is what I'm doing. I'm giving you IKEA trades. Okay, what you do here, sir, is you take 22 short, you add to 23 in case it pops, and you will get it down to 18. How do you know that? Okay, let's worry about how I know it later. Why don't you just do what I tell you and get paid? Then you can ask later, which is why we do these caps. Each time we do a webinar recap, each and every one of you should take little notations of this and that and this and that. One of my best calls today that none of you even played. One of my best calls to you today that none of you even played. And I gave you the entry. Netflix. None of you traded it. Here's my question to you. The market's gapping up 600 points. Netflix is down $8 a share. Why? If you can't answer that, then long the stock. Right? Do you realize I do that in the morning? Why is Netflix down? I don't know. I long it. With the gapping up 600 points in the market, SPY running, people going back to work, this thing should rip. That was that was the call on Netflix. I even gave you the entry. But none of you played it. And look what I did. Netflix. Long. 405. Add on any pullback. If it does hit 400, long, 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 long. But I would be buying here at 405. I gave you the entry. Buy at 405. How many of you didn't do it? Raise your hand. 99% of you just like, ah. Do you know how many people would live and die and breathe on a trade like that? And what did I say the stock would do? Stock will pop at the open and gap fill. Do you realize I'm telling you it's going to go through 414 and gap fill? This gap is all going to be your money. That 9 points is yours. The more pulls, more money you get. Now look at the trade. 405 entry. Where did it hit? Look at the timeline. 22 minutes, it hit 416. In 20 minutes, it hit 414. In 15 minutes, it hit 415. The gap fill. You did 100 shares, 40,000 buying power. At 405 entry, you made $800 to $1,000. And you were done. This is the difference of trading with a pro. Okay? Nobody can do what we do. There is no room. The rooms that you see today that came from here just copy and paste our ideas. That's all they do. Then they modify the numbers a little bit, and then they take credit for the trade. And then they use these, well, you see how I was looking here, and then this line here was going to go here, and then I was looking on the channel. It's like, dude, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Okay? You copied AJ's notes. That's all you did. You put out the call, and now you're taking the credit so you don't lose your subs. And everyone looks at you that doesn't know about it, AJ. Wow, you're so smart. Can we do that again on Monday? So that's pretty much what we're doing. Just today was just a phenomenal day. The only call I got really wrong today was SPG. I underestimated it. So I learned from it today. Okay, so if the market's up, retail is up, this stock will probably rip. Be a little bit more on the open side of it. Let it rip a little bit more instead of calling for an early short. And I learned from that today. So out of my 14 calls, and did you give Shop and Tesla play every day? I love Shop. I've been playing that for probably Tesla and Shop. Man, I play it every day. I mean, the range. Look at this range. I think I had a long at what, 7? What did I have a long at? 720. Nibble long, let it pull. If it snaps at the open, stock will go to 750, 740, 735, fill back up to 745. All day long. And Tesla for me, yeah, was a pull to 870 and back up to 885, 890. Is it possible to get the list 10 minutes early? Yes, typically I like to get done at 10 minutes. I usually come in, but today I had an extra 2 other trades I needed to get on the board with LK as a short, and I think it was, what was the other one I wanted? LK and Navak. I wanted to give that. Brandy, I have certain traders like Brandy that come to mind when I get Navak. She'll short that all day. That's her bread and butter. You can even ask her. She that was just a short. I have to give Brandy that call. You know, I know a lot of you won't play it, but traders like Brandy, she'll just eat this up. And this one I called to, if you look at the call, 45 to 46. If you look at it, and the stock hit 45 to 46. You see that? I didn't call 44. I didn't call 43. I didn't call a sell-off. I just said simply short it. Room to add on any pop. And all of you could have made money on that one. Take short. And why did I want to short the stock? Well, let's look at the headline. Let's look at the headline. Okay. Let's read it together. Navak. Navak receives Department of Defense contract for COVID-19 vaccine. A $60 million funding for manufacturing of the COVID virus stuff. 60 million in Navak? That's like 6 cents to $100. What are you doing? Does that make the market cap increase by $1 zillion? No. All I had to do was look at the dollar amount and that was it. Short, next. That's great. They got 60 million, but that's a drop in a bucket to Navak. Okay. And how long is the government going to give them their money? 6 months from now, a year from now? Might look on their books now in the next 2-3 quarters, but let's be realistic, traders. Let's just short the stock. You see? The old AJ, the newbie AJ, the rookie trader AJ would have went, oh my gosh, 60 million? Oh, that would probably make the stock go to $60. So, I mean, it should just run today. Oh my gosh, because I didn't know better. But you got to pay your dues to get to this level where I'm sitting at, to be able to write down 12 and 14 ideas and get 97% accuracy, then to trade live in front of you to make over $1,000 a day, give you the entries, the exits, my entry, what I'm going to do, how I'm exiting. Oh, I took a loss here. I'm winning here. I'm going to trade this one now. Da, 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 da. Oh, I need to help you. Okay, now you're making 500. Now you made 800. Now you made 1200. Oh, you want me to do this? You want me to do that? Oh, let me help you. Oh, I can't log in. I can't see your screen. Can you help me? I mean, look what I'm doing. You want to sit in this chair for 5 minutes in pre-market and at the open? Do you have any clue? You ever seen a Christmas tree? Here, let me show you a Christmas tree just before I click out. Okay? Christmas tree GIF. Okay? Let me see. Let me get a good one. Just give me an example. Let me give you an example. Let me do this. Okay? Just give me an example. Okay? You see this? Unbeknownst to all of you, this is my DMs in the morning. Okay? And I got to answer each one of them. All right? So imagine you DM me. Now multiply that by about 20, 30 of you. It's a Christmas light. I got to click this guy. Okay, this one. Click this one. Click this one. Click this one. Right? And I got to answer quick. Yeah, I long here. Short here. Yes. No. Don't go in there. It's not ready yet. I don't care. That's what you're paying me for. If you need that extra help, how many times I keep telling you, just reach out to me. And see, by you not seeing what goes on behind the scenes, okay, by you seeing what not goes behind the scenes, it makes you so you can focus on the trade at hand. Okay? Let me worry about answering 6 zillion questions. Let me worry about being accurate on my calls. Let me worry about guiding you so you can make money. Let me worry about that. You don't need to see a guy writing in the room, hey, can you explain how to short a stock? Are we live today? Hey, what kind of car do you drive, sir? I'm new. I heard you have a nice car. Okay, what are we doing? Do you need to see that? Hey, I'm a newbie. What platform should I use? Do you need to see that? Do you need to be interrupted with that? Yes or no? Just tell me. If you do, maybe I'll let you see what it's like in the morning. But I thought you came in here to trade and make money. A lot of it. Okay? The job is at hand is to provide you calls throughout the day and help you make money. Okay? At the same time, I've got to make money to prove to you every single day that if you trade off my list, you can make 200, 500, 400, 50, 80, 600, 900, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a day. That's why I do it. So just remember how we started this whole webinar today. Learn from your mistakes. But in here, write everything down. Take today's lesson, today's charts, today's ideas. Have a sticky, a memory, have a journal. You need to memorize this information because it's a cycle. Just like earnings comes up, it's a cycle. How did I know on my biggest trade today that MDB would be bought up? How did I know on my biggest trade today that MDB would be bought up? How did I know? And look how much money I made on MDB. Now, I won't trade MBD for the rest of the year. But on MDB, look what I made with 250 shares. because I knew how to play that stock. So all I did was wait for the pullback. I bought it down here. Look at it 1 minute, an MDB. And I knew that if I bought 250 shares at this 195 level, I would most likely get a nice run, right? Because MDB gets bought up on weakness. Plus, as I teach you over and over, look at the analyst. And the analysts this morning were saying that they actually raised the price target. Look, 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 look. Everyone raised it. 215, 240, 245, 280, 226. We're bullish. And yet the stock was down 20 points. Oh my gosh, it's Christmas. I want that stock. So what did I do? Hey, if MDB pulls to 195, I'm going to long it because I will get a 10-point short covering easy points on the cover. Look how I laid that out for you. Look how I laid it out for you. I told you first, hey, don't long it unless it gets to 208. Then you go to 212. However, if this yanks to 195 and under, go long because you're going to make 10 points in a heartbeat. On 250 shares times 10 points, it's 2,500. I executed exactly what I told my notes to do. Look, 195, 10 points. It went 15 points. All I had to do was capture 7 or 8 of those. And I was done, baby. With 250 shares. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't play with 100. Why? This is going to get bought up on weakness. Are you kidding me? All right. Where's the bottom? 195. I'll take it right there. 195. Go for it. Bam. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Didn't even hesitate. Do you know how many years it took me to get to that level on MDB, to get that confident? Because I learned from my mistakes. So now when I trade it, I don't make those mistakes. And I won't trade this till next quarter. Simple as that. Learn from your mistakes. And don't be worried that you make them. Don't punish yourself. It's a process. Don't be down on yourself. If you didn't make any money today, it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. Okay? Because I'm gonna help you every day until it clicks. Just like it did for me. Ask any of the pros in here. You think Adam News just woke up one day and became the most professional day trader in the world? Did you think Darkside did that? Do you think Janny? No, it's a process. When you start learning to day trade, it's a process to learn through mistakes, through repetition. Oh, this stock does this. This is how you read this report. Oh, this stock is going to react this way. Oh, this is going to make a move here. It's a process. And over time, that process equates into money because this is what we're showing you every day. Have you ever not come in here and we haven't been over 90% on accurate? Why is that? Because we've mastered it. Awesome Calls Trading has mastered it. Are we 100% every day? No, no. We like to be. And there's some days we're 150%. Today, SPG threw out my rating. If I had done it right, I'd be up. And look, SPG was my loss today too. 123.01. Okay? But I limited my loss. I didn't let it go against me that much. Hey, didn't work. You know? So anyway, hey, before I go, I want to mention 2 things I want you to listen to this weekend. I gave you 2 webinars now. All right. This one is really great. This is one I did yesterday. How to trade small caps and profit from them. This amazing webinar is for you. Know when to trade the right one. understanding a formal runner, how to chart it out using levels, knowing when to size in, finding the buyer, and taking profits on the way up. Very important. We did this. This was a beautiful thing yesterday that we did. And of course, the one that we got over 1,700 views so far in county is this one. For those that are struggling, nice secret sauce webinar. Really explains in detail what I'm looking for, how I arrive at the plan. It's really important. And this particular one over, I think 1,700 views so far in county. So also, I do have a YouTube channel. So if you want to subscribe to it, so you get all the webinars linked to you, sent to you. My YouTube channel is simple, Awesomecalls Trading. Or hey, Janny, we're almost 1,000 subscribers. Got another 111 to go. And there's over 500 webinars, and they're all free content, all of them. So you can listen to any. You could just all you do is you take the chart for the day, the notes, and then line it up for the day, which day it was, and you could just listen and then put the two together and study. So anyway, that's our thing. Awesomecalls Trading is our YouTube. So if you subscribe to it, hit that subscription button, and who knows? I'll probably be 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. So okay. All right, traders. Thank you so much. That is today's webinar recap. I want you to really, really enjoy your weekend. Please be safe. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Congratulations to my beautiful son Sebastian on his trading, on his swing trades. They really did very well. He hasn't sold anything. He's looking at the big picture, and I'm really proud of him. I've never been so proud of him. Congratulations on his SPG and his Bowie. Outside of that, I do before I close out the webinar, I just want to just kind of give a shout out to the great moderators in here. Um, we've got Janny Moore, works in pre-market 2 hours before the open, really helps traders to make money before the opening bell, prepares them, gets them ready for me. Thank you for that. Uh, love him very much. He's like a brother to me. Been together almost 8 years. I have so much respect for him. He's always been there for me. Raphael's been with me over 7 years. 6.5, 7 years. He's a small cap trader. Thank you again, Raphael, for everything you do and always finding us, trades. And every day you come in here with such energy. I love you. Thank you. Dave, the trader, phenomenal guy, doing a lot for people out there, trying to help people become, even better. Very loyal. Been with me for about 5 or 6 years. Thank you, Dave. I love you. Adam News, Adam is new to our room for the last year. I'm honored he picked us. The gentleman he's a true gentleman, class act, smart, knows how to trade, does very well, very humble, and really, really tries to help people. Big standout for that. B Trade's been us 3, 4 years. I love you, B Trades. Appreciate you so much. Such an amazing trader. Small cap. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I know you work full time, yet you always find time to find us stuff. Dark Side, without question, been with me about 3 years, I think, and counting. Just one of the most talented technical traders in the world. Contributes every day, 5 days a week in the room. Helps traders. Has a Discord room with Janny. Always trying to help someone. Always. That's what he does. He's not big on tweeting. He's not big on social media. It's not where his forte is. His forte is in his Discord room and then in the chat room, contributing every day to help a trader. Plus, he has a webinar service he likes to use to help traders to take the trading to another level. Can't say enough. Palmer, what do I say? The guy's just pre-market. I can't live without him. He is a stamp to me on Twitter. I look at all of his plays, what he's going to look at. I pick 2 or 3, sometimes 5 on his list, and all I got to do is just look at the headline, and then I know what to do from there. And he contributes as much as he can, always pays it forward, always there to help someone. What can I say? James and JT are offering an IPO crew extensive work. They do just, I think we underestimate how great they are in here and the research they do. I mean, they put in so many hours finding plays, offerings, IPOs, and it's a privilege to trade with them because you know I think that's where my forte started, was offerings and IPOs. So I think it's probably one of the reasons why we all three of us get along so well, because we all see the same thing, and and I'm just grateful that they're always a part of this room. And our newest member, Jay, been here, signed up for an annual, been here almost a year. He's a moderator now. Great, consistent trader. He tried other rooms, came in here. Even when he came in here, he still tried other rooms and he was still an annual. He just said, "No, AJ's my guy. Okay, I'm sticking with AJ." And he makes consistent money every day. He's a part-time trader, just like Palmer is. And last but not least, I want to thank Sergio. Um, a lot of you don't even know who he is, but let's just put it this way: without Sergio, there's no chat room, and I don't think we give him enough thank yous and kudos as it is, because he's the guy who runs it all. He lives in Barcelona with his beautiful family, and he basically makes sure the site's up. He makes sure that the pre-market notes are up. He does all the charts. He makes sure all of you have a seat in here. If you have technical issues, he takes care of you. If you're on the phone or an iPad, he's got your back. Um, he's just a phenomenal person. He's been with me since he made all the websites for us. He's priceless. Without Sergio, there is no awesome calls. It's just plain as day. I can make that very clear. He is the backbone. And for a lot of you, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In our society today, I mean, he has to maintain the websites 24/7. Let's just put it that way, to make sure they all pop open. Okay? It is not an easy job. And I think sometimes, I don't think for me, I've ever forgotten how important he is to all of us. And when you sign up, Sergio's your guy. He's the reason why it all happens. So just, it's fine. Okay? So thank you all. And that is today's webinar recap. Thank you. Bye-bye.